The year is 1989. Following a coup by some of the Soviet Union's most ruthless hardliners, Warsaw Pact forces have launched a surprise attack across the inner German border. While NATO planners had expected at least 48 hours of warning before a Soviet offensive, an extensive campaign of maskirovka, combined with large-scale military exercises, successfully concealed the Pact's intentions until less than 24 hours before the invasion. The first 2 days of the war have been brutal. Although suffering horrific losses in the air over Central Europe and along the Fulda Gap, Warsaw Pact forces have managed to achieve a limited but critical success. Deep strike missions against airfields and logistics facilities have temporarily disrupted NATO air logistics throughout West Germany, complicating the alliance's ability to reinforce the front. After 48 hours of continuous combat, the forward elements of U.S. Army 5th Corps have exceeded expectations, disrupting the Soviet timetable and inflicting significant losses on advancing Pact formations. But with man and machine stretched to the limit, commanders are withdrawing to consolidate their forces ahead of the next major Soviet assault. Near the strategic city of Alsfeld, a combined task force drawn from the 3rd Armored Division and the 11th Armored Cavalry Regiment has established a defensive line. Expecting substantial relief later in the day, American commanders are preparing to hold the western ridge against the lead elements of the 79th Guards Tank Division, the principal armored exploitation force of the 8th Guards Army. Unable to trade any more ground for time, the defenders may be making their final stand along the northern shoulder of the Fulda Gap. God willing, relief from 5th Corps will arrive before the 79th Guards can organize its main effort. Until then, NATO aircraft remain their only hope of stopping the 1st Soviet Battalion from breaking through.
Outlaw 4-2. Enemy CRP neutralized. Winchester RTV.
Hey guys, it's Rockeye Arcade and welcome to the new channel. Today I've got part of a short F-4 mission I flew on the New Germany map. For a little context, after the map came out last year I bought Red Storm Rising, and I was so obsessed I've spent much of the past year playing Cold War games. Like a lot of Cold War games. So some time goes by and I stumbled across another book called Oplan Fulda, and I ended up getting the audiobook and just listening to that one while I was at work. This video actually started out as a fun cinematic mashup between Warno.
The date is 1989. The Cold War is ending and the world looks ahead to a brighter future.
DCS and Oplan Fulda, but I didn't like the ending very much, so I built the short mission and brought some of the flying into the video. So if you're wondering why I put that much effort into an intro for a pretty basic mission, the intro was originally the video, and then this sortie was just me trying to tie it all together. With that being said, the intro is heavily inspired by the book, and this mission is loosely based on one of the later battles from the book, but it's not meant as a one-to-one recreation. If the sortie seems a little disjointed, it's because I ended up recording it over multiple takes. I kept screwing up the landing and the hind encounters, so I kept on making a bunch of changes in the editor to skip ahead to the later parts of the mission. So unfortunately, I don't have any sort of mission file to share with you guys. But if I make another video like this, next time I'll try to preserve the mission file so you guys can download it if you like it. Anyways, I'll shut up for a little while, and I hope you guys enjoy.
Sabre 3-1, Warhorse 6, be advised, we are defending phase line Denver, immediately west of Alsfeld. An Apache team has destroyed the enemy combat reconnaissance patrol. We expect the lead elements of the follow-on force within 15 minutes. All friendly vehicles are dug in along the tree lines. Any vehicles moving or exposed in the open are to be considered hostile. When established on station, contact Spartan 1-1 for target briefing and terminal control.
Sabre 3-1, Spartan 1-1, approximately 20 enemy armored vehicles advancing through the open toward phase line Denver, attempting to turn our northern flank. No mark. Friendly Friendlies are clear of the target area. No known enemy air defense at this time. Cleared to engage.
We have a friendly. 12 o'clock. 3 miles. We've got a friendly. 11 o'clock. 1 mile.
Sabre 3-1, Spartan 1-1. Good hits. Multiple enemy armored vehicles destroyed. Sabre 3-1, Spartan 1-1. Remain on station for cap. Stand by for further tasking.
So in the book, the high ground overlooking Allsfeld is pretty key terrain along the A5 highway. Now high ground is good obviously, but you can really tell from here just how massive that open ground is. Pushing across those fields under fire from a bunch of tow missiles would have been a nightmare.
Sabre 3-1, Spartan 1-1. Heinz sighted over the forest south of Allsfeld, approaching from the east. Cleared to engage.
Oh, there they are. You guys will be hearing from us in a minute.
Okay, he's 5 o'clock now. 5 o'clock now. And another at 5 o'clock.
Now I decided to bring a whole bunch of bombs in, so I don't have any Sidewinders, just Fox 1s. So we'll see how well this works, but I'm kind of having my doubts.
Okay. Locked. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, shoot.
Oh wow, I think that's actually tracking. Oh man. Oh, okay, that was pretty cool.
That's Mud, 3 o'clock. Hawk and Mud, 3 o'clock. Hawk.
I'm gonna see if my wingman can get his to track. Nice.
Flash Bandit at Vol 06841 120 at 2,000.
I'm gonna try to get the other one with guns.
He almost has us.
Well, got at least one hit. It is a Hind though.
6 o'clock. 6 o'clock now.
Yeah, I don't think I got him.
2 o'clock, 2 o'clock. You're right behind him. Okay, he's 5 o'clock now, 5 o'clock now.
Well, there goes his anti-torque. That's a kill. So earlier I mentioned that it took several attempts to get the mission recorded, and I just want to talk about that for a minute because it was actually pretty funny. I got absolutely laser beamed by those AT-6 missiles like multiple times. And I don't mean just flying straight and level either. I could be pulling a 4G turn 2 or 3 miles out and they were still hitting me. So after that happened 4 or 5 times, I just put them on hold fire and called it a day. Also, I haven't really flown the Phantom that much recently. I've been getting back into it, but it's definitely not the easiest plane to land. It's already a lot harder than most of the other jets in the game that I've played, and on this particular approach there's a hilltop sitting just below the glide slope. So as it turns out, this probably was not the best venue to get reacquainted with landing the F-4. If you like Red Storm Rising, definitely check out Oplan Fulda by Leo Baron. I'd call it a spiritual successor, but there isn't a naval component. It's mostly just about armored warfare and intelligence. There's some other stuff in there that's really cool too, but I don't want to spoil too much. Anyways, that's it for today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.
Good evening, I'm Brenda Sterling. After 3 intense days of fighting in West Germany, the USSR military leadership in the theater have signed a ceasefire and are returning to their pre-war borders. We will not have an accurate count for some time, but NATO casualties are estimated to be around 20,000. The official West German civilian death toll is 12,000 and expected to rise, with most of the deceased being victims from the horrific chemical attack on Bonn in the opening hours of the war. Following up on a story from earlier today, we reached out to the 5th Corps Public Relations team regarding that tremendous boom that was heard across the region around 5 a.m. this morning, just hours before we learned of the ceasefire. 5th Corps put out a statement that they had no knowledge of what the noise was, but speculated that it may have been a sonic boom from SR-71 spy planes.